Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another installment of the Quickview series as we test, let's just lay it down, a tire brand that I've never heard of. They showed up in a box, and I opened them and I said, well, this looks interesting. And while we may only be a quarter of the way through the year, in the year that this is being recorded, a definite candidate for name of the year. I mean, if we're going off of name, the Batrazzi Precipice. Batrazzi Precipice sounds like a fancy cologne. That's promising, right? So we've got highs. The Batrazzi Precipice, feeling pretty soft. The Batrazzi Precipice, no ribbing, no belting. Not overly thick on the carcass. These are all in the plus column. In the minus column, the included foams are what I call oversized, undersize. That hole is, well, here is a 1/9 beadlock ring. That's about a 2-inch hole in there, and then it's too narrow and too short, and the hole is too big, and it's, I would call this a medium firm, but that's kind of a non-issue, as we don't test Class 2s on those. We test Class 2s on Canyon Customs. We mount 2 with the Canyon Soft, which looks like this. 2 wraps of reticulated polyethylene around a Tim Tin inner. That is a Soft. What sends before you is a medium, a 3-inch medium hair bun. And they don't look like they're going to work, and they're all kind of disheveled. And guess what? They do work. So 3 are already mounted. I have never heard the Batrazzi name before, but I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again as we go, because a buddy of mine, we were sitting here absent-mindedly looking through the names of teams in the MILB, which in the United States we have Major League Baseball, and then we have the stuff that's under Major League Baseball. There's like Single A, High A, Double A, and all the way up to the International League AAA, which is right below the major leagues. So we were going through and we were doing an unofficial who's taking the winner of this in terms of team name. Some of them are exceptionally boring. The farm clubs for teams like the Boston Red Sox are literally just called, they'll be like the Worcester Red Sox. Boo! Especially when there are teams in the MILB like the Mudcats or the Sod Puppies, which is apparently what they call prairie dogs. We kind of came to a conclusion that the one to beat, and I don't know if anybody's beaten it, is the Rocket City Trash Pandas. That's a powerful name. The Batrazzi Precipice is very near to the Rocket City Trash Pandas. It's at very least, I think it's the Amarillo Sod Puppies. So it's very close to that. Albuquerque Isotopes, the team which renamed itself after a Simpsons episode when the Springfield Isotopes wanted to sell the team to Albuquerque. So the actual city of Albuquerque was like, you know what we should do? We should change the name of our team to the Albuquerque Isotopes. And then they did. There are some fantastic names in the MILB. Mudcats is a good one, but Sod Puppies and Trash Pandas is right up near the top. What was the other one? I want to say Stockton in California is the Stockton Nuts. And their mascot is a nut with a hat on it. That's solid. That's just solid business. Meanwhile, some team over there in Florida is just called the Mets. We already got a Mets. We need more Trash Pandas. So, and then we started going down the list, right? Like, what is a crawler tire that isn't a 1-1? Right, so Baja claws are out. Most anything with the name Baja in it probably exists in a real world version. So Baja Pro X, Baja Pro XS. So we started running down, like J concepts are going to be in the conversation. The Rupture, the Megalithic, the Tusk, The Tusk is a great name, man. Durtrex Deep Woods, that's a great name. Some are woefully uninspired. I got to give some bonus points out to Injora for the Swamp Claw and the Kraken Claw. Come on. Injora Kraken Claw is up there with the Batrazzi Precipice, but we have to dock half a point because it does sound like it would be a chant or a motto at like a crab restaurant, Kraken Claw. So anyway, they feel proper. They really do feel proper. There's a good fill out from the insert. We have that just tiny little bagginess on the outside. Good fill on the outside. Shoulder feels good. Compound doesn't do the Starsky and Hutch. For those unfamiliar, if you have a tire of lesser provenance and you rub it on this old desk blotter, it will make the sound of a 1970s car in a parking garage, in which it will go. If it does that, that's bad. I don't know why, but we've never found a tire that when rubbed on the desk blotter, if it goes, you kind of already know. And let's see, these weren't stacked up, so we just stacked them up. Oh, they will very nearly almost stick together. That feels like a front, yes. I think they look pretty good. The branding is not overwhelming on the sidewall. Who doesn't like the black on black? We are going to hit one with the meter, with the Canyon Tire Measure-inator 5000 before we get the fourth one mounted up. I have this is wonderful. This is genuine. I hope you can feel the excitement radiating out, because I have never heard of. I still got a bag. Batrazzi. And they're going all in, man. They got the resealable bags, which very unproline. They have that. They got that VOC scent coming off of them, very similar to something from J Concepts. A little bit of Vanquish scent there. Introducing Batrazzi upgrade tires for 1.9-inch wheels, designed to improve your crawling experience! Exclamation point. Whether you're navigating rocky trails or challenging off-road terrains, these tires are engineered for precision, grip, and unparalleled performance. The combination of tread and compound ensures that Batrazzi tires bring out the beast in your crawler. You know what? Not only is that good ad copy, that ad copy is completely in English. There were no words out of place, and it all made sense. It was even correctly punctuated. These are the things that give me hope. 117. On another day, you could call it 118. We're going to call it 117, which is dead on 4 5/8 here in the Freedom units. So it's closer to a 465 than it is to a 475. And we are 46? 46? That is 1 13/16. So fairly typical. But again, there's a little bit of your mileage may vary. If there's a 3D printed insert in there, it's probably going to be a narrower. Yep. Mediums in the back, softs in the front. And when we get all four, not just mounted correctly, but mounted correctly. What a day. What a time to do the thing. The Batrazzi Precipice, filling out the wheel well. A welcome gear shift for our man Baseline, who has been sporting nothing but Class 1s as of recent. I'm making sure none of the Chargers are ready to go. So, he is charged. He is ready to go. We are ready to go. They're kind of some chunky boys. They're looking a little meaty. Some meaty boys. We might get a little bit of angry Lexan noise. They're a little chunky. I'm okay with it. They look pretty okay and pretty all right. As you saw, They mount it up quite easily. They are not bubble juice mandatory, but as I have mentioned before, if you can, do, because it just makes everything go faster. And bubble juice costs 99 cents. So, even in this economy, you can still get bubble juice for $1. All right, nothing to do. Take it out. So see how he manages on the drive back. Like what kind of stickum are we going to get from these? How are they going to do? This time, I'm going to remember to put the dry erase pen in my pocket. I'm going to put this in my pocket before we walk out there, so I don't have to make an extra trip. That sounds like fun. That sounds like that's a good idea you just had. I will meet you all outside, and we will do the thing. So things looked and felt pretty good on the drive back, and perhaps that's it. And he felt super like lightning fast. Ka-chow! Because I've been running so many class 1s lately that getting up to a 465, 475 is like, whoa, huh, we're going so fast now. There was a lot of pick and flick, a lot of stuff coming off the tires. Slick Rock is the determiner. These have a Quickview feel to them, and we are hoping for that. We get right to a spot, and then we don't, yeah, there we go. Okay. Might have to clean them off a little. So we'll go around the easy side over here. Okay. All right. See the directionality here. Ooh, more than I thought. I'm trying to run the same lines that I always do. And I'd gotten used to class 1, and I'm getting hung up in spots that wouldn't hang up class 1s, which is strange. Let's see the hold here. Yeah, the compound feels pretty good. They do seem enormous. Yeah, we'll get a little hop there. Whatever Batrazzi is using for whatever their compound is, and I don't think it made any mention, like they didn't even go so far as to like call it soft. It's pretty good. So far, I'm getting a feel of Louise, Dirt Track C3. It's giving me that feel. Like maybe just below G8, but they might not have seated all the way in. The insert in the tire might not be fully cooperating yet. I'm gonna go a 9.2. I'm gonna go a 9.2. It's like, well, okay, let me see. I'm halfway between a 9.2 and a 9.3. Let me see here. No, that's a 9.3. That could put me in 9.3, 9.4. But there was a little bit of, I don't know. We'll see. We always revisit the Slick Rock score. The Slick Rock score is subject to revision after we finish all the tests. It's not unusual to see a tire's traction profile change over just a few minutes of running. The insert and the tire are getting to know each other. I don't know. That amount of hop doesn't give me a confidence that it's going to be able to pull the far right. Ooh, responding pretty nicely to some extra throttle there. This would have been, if only. A what if? If only I had the ability to operate independently of myself and not know what I'm testing. If I didn't know what tire was on here, if I didn't know it was Batrazzi Precipice, what tire would I feel like it is? Yeah, it has a very C3 feel to it. And that's good. That's not... Oh, come on. Come on. All right, that was proper good. You see, you get that little slide back, and then when it catches, it goes. So is it that this lug, are we talking too tall of a lug with a better compound? That's definitely the better of the potential situations. You can't fix bad compound, but if the lugs are too tightly packed or there are too many lugs or they need some sipes, we can address stuff like that. They didn't look that tightly packed to me, but you know, you never know. Oh, I should start writing numbers down at this juncture because I'm going to forget. Slick Rock, I'm standing on the 9.3 for now. Daphne's line, I'm gonna hop up to a 9.6 for that. That felt really quite good. We get that hop, but even from that little amount right there, I felt like the hop was lessening. So Canyon Medium's rear might be a little over firm. Might need softs all the way around. The protocol is the protocol. We run everything the same. It's looking up. They feel better than what I thought we were gonna get. I'm just okay. There we go. How about fully upside down? I took a look at them again. I don't know what would explain the forward drive profile. The lug spacing seems good. They're probably near that 50-50 range. 50% lug, 50% empty space. Good slide on the rear. Grip and slip is the name of the game. That was less desirable because pretty much everybody. What did Trinity say? Everybody falls the first time. It was how the fall came. It was just there. Off throttle flopping is okay, there we go. Oh, it really... Now, I think we want a softer insert for more forward drive in the rear, but a softer insert in the rear is going to make that situation a little worse. We're a little tight ropey. There's a real window of traction available to us. Let's come back this way. I want to see, what does that front roll look like? No, I think I get away with softs all the way around. So I will factor that in mentally for the points. Again, yeah, a 9. I want to just holler 9.3, but this tire's making me work because ordinarily I'm just like, yeah, we got a number. That's a good amount of slip. Very nearly there. Now we get up here and then we try to position that down. Now it's a 9.3. It's a 9.3. Hey, look, it's our buddy. He's coming straight over. As the Beast is something of a pure traction situation. Let's see. Has forward drive improved? Ooh, that was pretty close. It's still feeling very C3 to me, but not Deepwood's C3. Deepwood's and Approach were the best of the C3 compound Durtrex tires. What is that? The Louise Champ, Fast Track Rocco. I can't remember what Louise calls the Approach. It's not in my brain case. So those tread patterns are more cooperative with the compound. The compound is so similar. The compound is so similar that I would speculate that Louise would be the OE on these. They're that close. There's just something about the tread profile on here that is, it is that most worst thing where it's not terrible, it's not blow me away fantastic, it's right there. If you see right here, how close do we get his wheel to the top? That's how close this tire is. It's that close. Like, we constantly feel like, oh, I should just be able to pull up over that. But it won't quite give it to us. It just won't quite get there. This little section of the Beast is a pretty proper analogy for the Batrazzi Precipice. So very close. Yeah, these feel so Louise / Durtrex so much, and that is a compliment. As such, yeah, we're just going to be floating on 9.3s, man. That's like a 9.3 performance so far. I think we're going to see some flyers. We're going to see some high scores. And I'm hoping that we don't see any big dips. I think positionabilities on these should be pretty good. And let's find out if I'm thinking correctly. It's going to be nice to maybe potentially get up over this. Yeah, look at that. Class 1s are great at a lot of things. You know what they're not good at? Breaching tall obstacles. Class 2s are a little bit better at that. Let's see what that side leg's doing for us. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Swing it. Little pushy, but nice. And we got the bumper over because we're tall. A little drop down. Nice. Don't know what I just successfully did there. We are stuck in pretty good. There's a nice responsiveness to it. See if we got the cut back here. A little cut back here. I said cut back here. Oh, there we go. Okay, going for the wrap. Do these have? Oh, that was good. On the precipice of being great. Ooh. Okay. Again, caught me. Did not see it. Now we have to try to navigate through a gate that we cannot see. Okay, there we go. We knocked one of the balls off. You might have heard it tumbling away. Okay. All right, right through here. Okay. Ooh, oh, that's so light. Okay. Yeah. These are hitting 2 out of 3 for me. These are hitting 2 out of 3. And the one miss is, it's not a wide miss, but yeah, it's a little miss. So what's killing the Batrazzi right now is a consistency below a level that we would like to see. There we go. If soft side looks as good as that, we have the potential for another flyer score here. Oh, get there. Again. It is becoming analogous. Yeah. Get up. There it is. Oh, had the tongs moving away. We pulled it out of the fire. We pulled it out of the fire on that one. They feel so Louise. Really, so much. I would guess Duratrax if I didn't know. So if we had the capacity to drop a score and insert a score, if the score was name, Batrazzi Precipice is like top 5 all time, man. It's up there with Panther Cougar. That's double your Wildcats. Panther Cougar. Batrazzi Precipice. It feels good to say it. Hey. How long do you think we can hold right there? Presumably all day. Oh, it's got a little scoot. I'm mixing it up here. We're gonna look at. Oh, too straight in. I want to see bumps. Okay. Nice. How high can we get it? Not high, but a little erratic. Ooh. When it gets the real donkey in it, it lands real straight. The little trifecta over here at Dead Limit, over here in the Daphne's area, it's looking pretty good. And it will stay up. Perfect. Oh, not surprisingly. And I think it's because with the little bulgy sidewall, the sidewall, you can see right here, see how dirty that rear sidewall is? But the edge of the lug, very clean. So, narrower wheel, narrower insert, maybe, kind of pinch the tire. I don't like to have to, I don't like to have to cut things that fine. Let's just, let's just do. But I've got a, oh, and he's also in crabgrass. So, yeah, crabgrass help right there. I'm gonna give a shotgun spray of scores to that. At Daphne's, I will go as high as a 9.5. In self-riding, I am going to go with a 9.3. In terms of bumping, I'm going to go with right in the middle of that, a 9.4. We're kind of all over the place. I think these will do reasonably well on the next, and wet. Wet is a real question mark because the pure forward drive, not the highest, and if you don't have high pure forward drive, it's going to hurt your scores across the board. But we're doing reasonably well. Reasonably. Let's see what we got. Again, no dew point last night, so very dry. I see a lot of kick up, but not, again, forward drive. Comes right back around for us. We have spent a little bit of a time flipping around. The precipice are kind of, look at the steer angle. The precipice are kind of loving this. So is this a properly good trail tire that just happens to rock crawl pretty well? That's not a terrible thing to be. Decent at a variety of speeds. Can I get the bumper up over that? Nope. How about there? How's that front working out up there? Can we pull it? Nah, I got it too bellied in. Little bit of slide back, again going to that. It's genuinely actually refreshing to see that the lack of overall maximum forward drive is consistent. This tire is, if nothing else, consistent. And just consistency is fine, just as long as you aren't consistently horrible. And we haven't seen a horrible score. If there's no 8s, then we doing pretty okay. Have we gotten anything up in those tires? Yeah. We'll try digging a little more. There is a maneuverability. So it feels almost, I don't know, maybe it's intentional. It seems like we've swapped a little bit of forward drive for some maneuverability, and in a lot of cases that's not a terrible thing. But again, the side profile, maybe one of the only times that I can think of where the compound is better than the tread. The carcass is holding this back. I think we could go farther on the compound. They really feel like Louise to me. Let's see how they do loaded up. Let's see how they do wet. Also, far less in the way of angry Lexan noises than I was anticipating. Yeah, dirted up, the traction doesn't really improve, unsurprisingly, but it also doesn't drop off that bad. So we're right in there. We're right in there. Look at that. Ooh, okay. Based on that, it's the little stuff. It's the little stuff that makes all the difference. Let's get over. Got it. Yeah. When they're good and mudded up like this, you have to use a fair bit more throttle. So up at Slick Rock, so we go. We use the finger racer. We'll give them another 10th, and then we're gonna put that there. Okay. So up a tenth on the initial forward drive, because the forward drive on that felt very nearly as good as it did when we started. And it doesn't take the lug long to clean out on the top. Preferable. We get a little layer on there, not too much. Come on, guy, surprise me. Do me a thing. I don't expect VXT2 level of performance. Ooh, okay, all right. Okay, there's a little bit of a skate down. They're starting to wet in more. He wants it. Look at you. Look at you go. You know what? I have nothing to back it up. Nothing at all. Scoot around. You get onto that little bit of dry over there. Yeah, you just have to use more throttle on the wet. More throttle, and sometimes throttle is the answer. The Batrazzi Precipice ends its Quickview day with an aggregate total score of 93.7, or an average of 9.37. And we've got real tight. And we could cheat it and trick it to... This tire is between a 93 and a 95. Let's put it like that. I don't think that the inserts are optimized to the tire. I think that we could change them to something else and maybe we get a little better. If we had a proper single stage foam in there, something really pretty soft, we would cough up a couple points or tenths on side hill, maybe on positionability, but we would pick them up in forward drive. I feel so much like that's a Louise tire. I have no proof. I have no backing. It is just based on driving Louise and Duratrax tires. This feels like their brother from another mother. Or actually, different father, all the same mother. Louise. Louise is here. It feels so much like it that if it were blind tested, I would have guessed Louise. I'd be like, oh, is that a Louise or a Fast Trax? But it might be. It might be. 93.7 is pretty far down on the leaderboard as of now, but it's a good tire. It's good, and I don't know where they came from, nor how much they cost, nor where they are even commonly available. I had never heard of Batrazzi prior to opening the box. And if we could add points to the score for the name, top 5 all time, Batrazzi Precipice. What a name. And lowest score, 9.3. Highest score, 9.6. It scored, I'm like craning my neck. I could just pick the thing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It scored a 9.3 6 times. 2 9.4s, 1 9.5, and 1 9.6. I had to double check it on the calculator because I didn't trust my math, but I got it right on the first try. I got 93.7. I can perform basic tasks of arithmetic. And this thing, and there's an X factor here, obviously, above and beyond the name. That being that I think this is a bit of a Swiss Army knifey tire. You could use it kind of as an all-rounder. I think it would be pretty darn good as a trail tire, I'm sorry, not a trail tire. A tire used during trailing, but will also not disappoint you on the rocks. I think it does need an insert that's a little softer. I think we could probably have gotten away with Canyon softs in the rear and super softs in the front. And the carcass never really felt that firm, but the compound is good. And that is what is rare. Anything off-brand, unknown brand, Amazon, AliExpress, the big failing is always compound. Always compound. They try to copy something and they can't get the compound right, which is what leads me to believe that Batrazzi is not a knockoff artist. They're not somebody just cloning another tire. It's a unique tread pattern on a unique tire. And if Louise is not the OE, then somebody is doing a phenomenal Louise impression. Take that as you will. These might be available nearby you. If you are familiar with or have heard of Batrazzi before, let me know in the comments below. If they make other tires, let me know about that in the comments below as well. Thank you so much for watching, for joining us here on a beautifully overcast morning in the canyon. It just makes color balance a lot easier because it's like having a white box. It's real nice. We think about the photography sometimes. In between now and when we meet again, please one and all do your very best to have a good one, everybody. We will see you again real soon here from the canyon. Maybe with something else no one's heard of. Maybe with something that people are looking forward to seeing. Who knows? Who knows what the future brings? Not even the shadow. Not you, not I. Not the shadow himself. Baseline, you may play us out, sir. I have got so many beadlocks to unmount, but instead, I'm probably going to eat dino nuggets. Potentially. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for joining us here in the canyon. I think we had a good one. It was at least a 93.7.